Everyone has a goal, whether it's running a marathon, starting a family, or building a successful business. Goal setting is planning actionable steps that will get you towards a desired outcome. But what most people don't know or understand is that goal setting is an art. So in this video, you will learn the art of goal setting in just 6 steps. First of all, you have to define your goal. Let's say you're a captain on a ship. If you don't have a destination, then you're likely going to end up in the Americas thinking you're in India. You have to have a destination that you're aiming for, and that destination has to be crystal clear in order for you to have better chances of reaching this destination. In order to do this right, you have to try as many things as you can. This may take a while, but it will be totally worth it. Figure out exactly what you like and what you don't like. There's a Japanese concept that may help you out with this. It's called ikigai. Ikigai is the balance between these 4 things: what you love, what you can be paid for, what the world needs, and what you're good at. Finding the balance between these 4 things will not only give you purpose in life, but it will give you something that you can work for hours and hours and hours and not get tired of it. This will allow you to narrow down your search into a specific niche that you can work at for your entire life. And this will be something that you will not only love, but that you can also be compensated for. Once you have your area of expertise or your niche, you have to create your long-term goal. Dream bigger than you've ever dreamed. Have a goal that you don't think that you can achieve, because this will allow you to achieve way more than if you just set what's in the expectations. Alright, now that you have your goal, write it down. People who write things down are far more successful than the ones who don't. There's actually a Harvard study that proves this as well. The 3% of Harvard MBA program earn 10 times as much as the other 97% of students. That is how important writing your goals down is. This is because writing your goals down turns your idea into an actual reality, even if it's just a writing on a piece of paper. So go grab a pen, go grab a journal, and write your goal down. Third of all, you have to break it down. Break down your goal into actionable steps. Imagine yourself when you've achieved your largest goal. How does your life look like? What people are you surrounding yourself with? What have you achieved? What does your daily routine look like? Every aspect of it, from brushing your teeth to the work that you're doing. And then from that end point, move backwards. What do you need to achieve that year in order to get to that goal? What do you need to achieve each month? What do you need to achieve each week? What is your daily routine that if you do every single day will get you to that goal in a couple years? And number 4 is to implement it. Take action, because a goal without action is simply a dream. 50% of it is writing it down, having it pen and paper, and the other 50% is actually doing the work to get there. Doing that daily routine every single day, having that consistency every single day. It's not always going to be easy. There are going to be hard parts, but you have to push through those parts in order to reach that goal in your life. Taking action is where most people stop, but it is ironically the most important part of this all. Without the action, I will say this again, your goal is simply a dream. And a follow-up to that would be, learn to fall in love with the process, not the reward. It's easy to constantly picture yourself at the end point, where your life is amazing and everything's amazing and all is good. But unfortunately, that moment doesn't exist yet. That is not a sustainable motive because you are only in the present, and you can only ever be in the present. So the people that are truly successful learn to fall in love with the process. They learn to fall in love with their daily routine, because this will allow them to do it over and over again in order to reach their bigger goal. And like I said before, it's not always easy, but if you learn to fall in love with your daily routine, then it will be a journey that is worth taking, and it will lead to something that's bigger than yourself. And finally, number 6. Plan to fail. You are going to fail. You might as well plan for it. Write down a list of everything that could possibly go wrong and prepare for each and every one of your scenarios. What is the worst case scenario? How can you avoid it at all costs? And if you are in it, how can you get out of it as quickly as you can? There are obviously going to be things that you can't predict, but it is important to predict what you can and try to get out of it as fast as possible. Not everything is going to go according to plan. That's not how goals work. There will be hardship and there will be obstacles thrown your way. It's probably going to take some time to reach your goal. And if it's a big enough goal, it may take decades even. But this is how the largest of goals are reached. And if you truly believe in yourself, then you can do it. And always remember that the only way to fail is to give up. I mean, just think about it. If you don't give up, how can you fail? Even if you're making 1% of improvement every day, that is still moving forwards, and those steps forwards will add up over time exponentially. So as long as you keep moving forward, you cannot fail. As long as you do not quit, you cannot fail. As long as you do not stop getting better, you cannot fail. And eventually, if you do it for long enough, consistently enough, then you will be able to reach your goal. With all this said, goal setting is the beginning to greatness. And if you're here, I'm assuming that you want to reach some sort of greatness. So to all those that are still here, whether you're on step 1 or step 6, keep learning, keep improving, keep that fire burning, and I guarantee you that you will reach your goal. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, because that will get you to your goal way faster. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you got some value out of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.